Hey everybody, how's it going? Octopus here. Welcome back to Union Cross. We got a new update. It's the High Score Challenge Reprint banner. And like I said in my last video, I did mention banner because I do think that we are too early into the game to actually start saying, well, here you go, you can farm a bunch of tier 4s, especially during the trade system. So this is why I thought it was going to be a banner. I didn't really explain myself in the last video. I was just like, oh, it's going to be a banner. We can probably pull for it, yada, yada, yada. But the reason I didn't say it was going to be like the JP where they're able to do it as an event and farm it is because at the point of our game, I know we're being rushed and we're being pushed towards JP as much as possible. Handing out tier 4s at this point in the game is still a little too much, if you guys know what I mean. It would have been great. That's what I wanted. I'm not defending them. Definitely would have been better if we were able to farm these, or not even farm them, at least get like 7 copies so we can guild them. So we can guild 1 of each. And also I prefer that it would have been just 3 of these instead of all of them. Let me go to the notice and explain what I'm talking about. Because they added more to this banner, I honestly, if you want to make this video short for you guys, no, don't pull. You can turn it off now. Now I'm going to go into full detail. I'm going to show you the ones I already have. I have a lot of these fully guilted already, or I have them 2 dotted away. I'll explain to you how much it actually helped me, so on and so on. So short form, guys, if you want to turn off the video right now, don't pull. There's so much better stuff coming. Wait for Monday. Even if Monday doesn't come, the 25th is when all our other banners end, and you're basically going to have a whole new lineup of better medals. Trust me on this. This is for album completion, or if you guys really want to guilt your medals, if you're 2 dots away to guilting, or you want to roll some traits, because putting some traits on these medals is actually really good, but you're relying on RNG. And 3,000 jewels a pull, not guaranteeing that. Let's say if you have Dark Side. I have a fully guilted Dark Side. Honestly, I don't know why I'm going to show you the banner. Let's just go to my medal list. So, first off, Dark Side. This is what Dark Side looks like. Dark Side for me has been replaced by Zigbar B and Zolden B. Now, let me tell you why. Right here, 7,050 strength and a 3.9 multiplier. Now, when we look at our new medals, like Zolden B, 7,334. It has 300 more strength, and its multiplier is better. Its multiplier is a 4.71. Yes, it's not 130% guilt, but the multiplier is higher and the strength is higher, so it does exactly the same thing, just a little bit better, just a little bit better. And when we're looking at Zigbar B, he has a 3.8. But he does have 7,300, where Dark Side has 7,050. Trust me, that 300 strength makes a big difference. Even though the multiplier is going to multiply this more, we're looking at medals that came out for free that do what Dark Side basically does. Now, I'm not saying the maps exactly. I'm not saying that they're stronger than Dark Side or weaker. It's in the same area. It's like 1,000, 2,000, or 3,000 damage off. It's not that big of a difference. Zigbar B is probably the best one because it's super effective to all attributes, and it's also 2 general defense down, which is huge. So Dark Side outclassed already by free event medals. Now, they are not free. You have to complete the quest, but if you're smart with your game, if you guys watch my second account and it's all free to play, everything's obtainable. Everything's obtainable, very easy to go by. Actually, Zolden B was kind of hard for a couple free to play players. But anyways, that's Dark Side. My Dark Side got replaced very fast. Now, if I were to pull and I got myself Dark Sides, I have myself a traits. I can get traits, but I can get sleep resistance, paralysis resistance, poison resistance, and then I wasted 3,000 jewels for what? A chance at getting maybe an extra 1,000 strength, or negative 60% ground to ground or air. You know what I mean, guys? You're gambling way too much for something that's only a little bit of an increase. So you can pull 3,000, get another Dark Side, in my case, and then roll a trait, and it doesn't be the trait. I just wasted 3,000 jewels. No big deal. Now let's talk about something that I do have. We got the World End With You medals. Mine are right there. Okay, I'm 2 orbs away from this. So in my case, this medal is really good, guys. It does have the 7,300 strength already. Its multiplier is at 3.8, and it's 130% guild. This medal is actually really good. Something in my eye. Oh boy. But this medal is actually really good. It's a really good Lux farming medal too, which obviously inflicts more damage the more Lux you collect. So it's good for raid Luxing. That sounded so weird. But is it worth my 3,000 jewels to maybe pull a copy out of this, out of the 6? There's 6 of them. And that's why I was like, it would have been better if it was just a 3. If it was just Behemoth, the world ends with you and the Rax medal. If it was 3, you had 1 out of 3 chance of getting one of those medals. But now that there's 6 medals, the chances are so much lower. You can literally pull a genie, and that's it. What if you really needed the Maleficent, or you really wanted the world ends with you medal? You know what I mean? So it's too much of a gamble for too little of an increase. Even if you're new to the game, I would not recommend this, because there's medals coming out that are going to outclass this really, really quick. Now, I'm not saying these medals are bad, but it's too much of a gamble. Way too much of a gamble, guys. Especially if you don't have your medals that are already close to doing 2 dots. I'm 2 dots away. Even though I'm not close to it, there's no point to me. I mean, even though I am close to it, there's no point for me polling for this. I'd rather just throw Mickey and Brooms later on when Mickey and Brooms become more common. They're not going to ever become more common. It's just eventually you'll stack some if you are wise and you do save them. Eventually you'll stack some Mickey and Brooms and you can throw it on there if you really, really want to. The only thing you miss out on is if you use Mickey and Brooms, you do not get traits. So pulling extra copies of the same medal means you get traits. But again, you might as well just pull for a banner like the Kingdom Hearts 2 Kairi and get a bunch of those. You know what I mean? Why are you going to spend 3,000? 3,000, by the way, guys. Can we talk about that? Why is it 3,000? These are older medals. Darkseid, like I said, Zaldin B, Zigbar B. It got matched or a little bit outclassed. Why are we going to spend full price for medals that are already out? This should be $1,500 for album collectors or people who want to catch up in the game. Explain to me why this is 3,000. Now, I'm not saying the whole thing's not that bad, but like I said, 3,000 over here. If you are going to pull, you might as well get yourself another Illustrated Kairi. Illustrated Kairi is like my Jack and Sally's. My Jack and Sally's are super, super good compared to trying to pull for a couple medals that are not going to do that much. So if you're going to spend jewels to pull for this, why are you going to pull for those medals besides collection? And trust me, pulling medals for the collection is really good in the first. When you do it, you're like, oh, I got my favorite character, Aqua, I got my waifu, you know what I mean? But then after, when it just sits there, I didn't have her locked, by the way, I'm sorry. After it just sits there, it literally just sits there and doesn't do nothing, it doesn't help you in the game. It's just a pretty picture, and then when you quit the game, it's just an empty, uninstalled game. So you might as well be efficient and go for stuff that are really, really good compared to something that's just gonna, I don't know why I'm pushing the wrong button there, but something that's gonna really help you versus something that's just gonna sit there and collect dust. But like I was saying, Jack and Sally's, it raises 1 and lowers 1. So does this Kairi. It's not for 2 turns, but she does so much more along with that. So if you are gonna spend those 3,000 jewels, don't go for something that's older, guys. Go for something that's newer and it's gonna help you advance. You like greatly, not minuscules, not little bit. What else was there? There's also the tier 3s, and if you guys watch me from a long time, I did guilds, Beta Rhyme, and let me tell you guys, I only used Beta Rhyme for maybe 2 weeks. 2 weeks, and then I stopped using them. So I do have this medal guilted. If I were to get extra attack on this, or extra 1,000, or the negative 60% ground or air, yes, the medal would be better. It would be up to competition, to tell you the truth. If I can get like an extra 1,000 or 60%, it would be up to competition. But the amount of jewels I spend to get this medal, or you guys can get this medal, it does not equal the power gap that you're going to get. You're not going to get a huge spike of damage compared to pulling for the new medals. So it's definitely not worth it. I'm probably like going too much into detail with you guys. You guys all know there's so much dust on my camera. Hello. But guys, honestly, like the World Final Fantasy medals, something's coming very soon. I'm going to leave it for another video because I'm still iffy about these new medals coming out. Honestly, spoilers, but if you guys watch me, there's spoilers everywhere, so I really want to stop saying spoilers. But soon medals are coming out. I still need to talk to them about them in detail before it comes out, because I want people to be prepared for this. But as you guys can see, I'm in my work uniform. I literally just finished a whole long day of work, and I just wanted to talk about this banner real quick before you guys pulled. I didn't have a chance today, but Tsum medals are going to be a game changer, but how much of a game changer are they going to be worth it? So if you spend 3,000 in this banner and then Tsum medals come on Wednesday or Monday, you guys can't pull for them, and then you lost, and now you're going to be way behind, and you're going to be really sad, and you're not going to be able to compete in Coliseum, in high score challenges, so on and so on, because you pulled for a couple medals that were old and reprinted. I would say that these medals, like I said in the beginning of the video, that they're not going to give us tier 4s for free, but I bet you 3 months down the line or somewhere down the line, we're going to be able to farm these high score challenge medals. Eventually, they're going to let us just like, not farm them, but get them for free. Eventually, they're not going to be useful, and we're going to get them for free. So if you are doing it for album completion, these medals will come back. They'll either be cheaper, like 1,500 jewels for a pull, or they'll just be a farmable quest. So make your choices now. If you are trying to complete the album or just getting them because you're your favorite, they will come back. Trust me on this, they will come back. So definitely recommendations. I know probably 20-minute video of me talking about this, but save those jewels for stuff that are coming up. Every banner gets better and better and better. It's been like this since the beginning, since I've been playing, and I've been playing for 373 days. Trust me on this, when you see something, it always comes back cheaper. And since we're on that topic, avatar boards, guys. This Winnie the Pooh avatar board, even though it looks really, really, really good, it doesn't mean it's one of a kind. This Attack Boost 3 Lux Plus Max will come back, and it will come back in an easier form. Everything you see in these boards will come back, guys, and proof right here, eventually they'll come back at half price. So everything gets better, everything gets cheaper, everything comes back, so you don't have to worry about it. So if you are not in need of any of these skills in this avatar board, the Attack Boost 3 Max, if you guys have Attack Boost 3 Max, you're good and you're not a Lux farmer, or you're not trying to be heavy competitive, you can totally skip these boards. The only reason you buy these boards is, of course, because you really, really want that Winnie the Pooh, because who wouldn't? Super cute. But think about it. We only get so many jewels, and if something comes out really good and you don't have enough to get that new medal, like the Tsum Tsum medals, then what are you guys going to do? You guys are going to be like, I have a Pooh costume, Attack Boost 3 Max, Lux Plus, and then I have no medals to put it on. So this is what I mean. You got to make your choices, especially if you're new. I've been saying this like in all my videos previously, way before, but there is new people watching my videos, so I'm going to repeat myself a lot. Definitely, if you're ready set, if you already have a Keyblade setup that's been helping you pass everything, really think about where you're spending your jewels, because you could stock up, but if you guys will go look at my medal list, I stocked up. I stocked up plenty, and this is the result of stocking up. So I gotta look at, I wonder if it will do it. Will it do it? Will it do it? Will it do it? Yeah, here we go. I stocked up, and this is a result of stocking up, is that if you overstock, you get a bunch of medals you don't end up using. Like I have Attack Boost 2s and Attack Price Pluses just sitting here. Now I did this because I make videos for you guys, so the more skills I have, the more medals I can test out for you. But in the end, even as someone who publishes all these videos to help out to make these guides, I still have a ton of skills just laying around. You know what I mean? I have SP Gauge 1s, I got no cost that I never used, stuff like that, guys. Like, it's important to keep extras on you, but do not go overboard with it. So if you already have an Attack Boost 3 Max sitting somewhere, I don't know where mine is, but if you already have it sitting in your inventory, then you don't need another copy until you use this one. And yes, you could buy a second one, but maybe it'll just sit there and eventually become this, an Attack Boost 2 Max that I haven't used for months. So you guys got to really make your choices when it comes to where you spend your jewels. Are you going to spend your jewels on a reprint banner? Are you going to spend your jewels on an avatar board that has really good skills, but they're just going to sit in your inventory? Make your choices, guys. For me personally, as much as this high score challenge deal would help me in making these medals stronger, the amount of power that it's going to give me will not equal to the banners coming out. Spoilers. HD Nominee. We got Oogie Boogie that's coming out. We have a bunch of medal, guys. Tsum Tsum prediction. Honestly, it should be coming soon. If not, there is a ton of medals coming out. And since we're on this topic here, for the Illustrated Kairi 2, if you guys are really considering pulling a second copy to combine it to get the Key R5 because you don't have a ×3 buffer, let me tell you now that there is ×3 buffers coming out. There is 3 strength up buffers that are going to be a lot easier to obtain very soon. And I'm pretty sure it should be in a month's time, we'll see another ×3 buffer. That's why they're pushing this out. They're like, pull, get Kairi, Boom, do 10 pulls, put these together, get a free ×3 strength buffer, is because it's going to be easier to get. Just like the Attack Boost 3 Max and the SP Gauge 1 are in avatar boards, and very commonly, not just because of anniversary, that's a cover-up, is because later on, they're going to start giving out those Coliseum skills. So, as you guys know, let's go to Quest. In the Coliseum, the reward right now is an Attack Boost and an SP Gauge. So let me go quickly into this. Rankings, rewards. Our prize for doing rankings, let me do this one, is Attack Boost 3 Max with SP Gauge 2. This is going to come into avatar boards once this is done. It's been a common thing, guys. Later on, this will be an avatar board. It'll be worth 2,500 jewels, and then it'll be in other stuff. So just because this Winnie the Pooh one looks really, really good, this right here shows a sign that they will be replaced very, very fast. Attack Boost Max and SP Gauge 2. Attack Boost 3 Max is going to be very common. A combination of Attack Boost 3 and a combination of Attack Boost 4 with APPs, SP Gauge, so on and so on, is also going to come up. So if you don't need the skills right now, then don't do it. I think I did enough there. Honestly, I go way too much with my videos. Everything just comes out at once and I just keep going. That's why my videos turn out super long, but knowledge, guys. Knowledge. Know what you're doing. Buy appropriately. Don't spend jewels on just everything you see. If you don't need it, then don't get it. Easy as that. If you don't need it or it's not going to be useful in the next 2 weeks, it's going to be replaced in 2 weeks. So don't buy this. Skip it out. These are not worth the jewels. Just carry on. It's good if you guys have the money and you want to spend, then go right ahead. Do what you want. That's up to you. Do what makes you happy first and then play the game efficiently. That's all I can really say. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll see you in the next one.